You all right?
Every picture tells a story there.
Peter. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to our July main meeting. I hope all who attended last month's meeting enjoyed it. Not on. Move this out of the way. Any better? Great. Start again. Good morning again. So I hope all who attended last month's meeting enjoyed it. We had another record attendance after we come back from COVID. Unfortunately, all the Jubilee cupcakes were eaten, so there are none left for today, but we have some biscuits as usual. So the first thing is to say a little bit about the main meeting in August. This is a special meeting. I know they're all special, but this is a very special meeting. The first thing to note is we will hold in the annual and very popular Graham Dawson photography competition. So if you haven't done so yet, and I think there are a few people who haven't entered, you've got until the end of the month to submit your photograph. And voting will take place during an extended coffee break at the August meeting, when there'll also be an opportunity to visit a number of displays that groups are putting on at that time. Afterwards, we're going to have two short presentations, one by the Wendover Society, the other by Wendover Climate Action Group. And then the grand finale will be the announcement of the winning photograph and presentation of the trophy. So please note that the August meeting is an open meeting, so we're inviting prospective new members to come along and see what the U3A is all about. So do spread the word amongst your friends and neighbours, and let's make any new faces very welcome at that meeting. Of course, immediately following the August meeting, we'll be holding our special event to mark the return of U3A activities after the restrictions of the last 2 years. And there's going to be a hog roast followed by strawberries and cream, and there'll also be a little bit of in-house entertainment. And Judy's going to say some more about the social event.
Hello. The festivities will commence at 12:30, so basically a small amount of time for setting up of tables and everything after the main meeting. We are looking for a number of volunteers, though. We want people to help set up, to prepare the strawberries without eating too many during the morning, to serve out salads during the event, and to help clear away. Melanie will be at the theatre group table during the coffee break with sheets for you to sign up, so please do come and put your name down. There'll be soft drink and water available, but feel free to bring other drinks if you prefer. And if you require a vegetarian option, again, can you let Melanie know so that we can get the numbers? The main thing we need you to bring, if you're able, is a chair, as there is a limited amount available at the church. All details will be in our chairman's letter, but don't forget the two main points: bring a chair and volunteer to help. And sorry, on a different subject, I've just been passed a message. Please, could you remember when you leave to sign yourself out on the name lists at the door? It's important for fire regulation reasons that we know who's here. Thank you.
Thank you, Judy. I only have one group announcement, so if anyone has any other group announcements to make, you might want to get into your little line at the side. Thank you. So we're now exploring the possibility of starting a pétanque group. That's French boules. Western Turville has 4 new pétanque courts on the school campus, and they're keen to invite any interested groups to use the facility. We've got a potential convener and an expert who can help out on Wednesday afternoon, so that's when we think the group would be held. So please, if you are interested, contact Linda on the groups table and maybe we can establish a new group to play petanque. Okay. Jenny, there you go.
Hello, this is about discovering wildflowers. Unfortunately, we've had a bit of an IT hiccup and I've been sending out group emails for several years now without any problems. This time I sent one on Monday and it's come back. Tom Wright has very kindly said he'd send it out as well, and which it's come to me, but other people haven't received it. So I'm really sorry, we are trying, but we just can't get round to it. If anybody's in the wildflowers, we were going to have a meeting tomorrow morning, but we've had to move that until Monday afternoon, which is our regular time anyway. So if you'd like to come to Jill's house at 2 o'clock on Monday, we're going to have a look at a smaller number of grasses, and her garden has been, well, is in the process of being rewilded and is amazing. She's got some lovely things. The bee orchids may sadly be over by Monday, but they have been wonderful. So if you'd just like to come on Monday to Jill's at 2 o'clock, that would be super. If you could let me know, if you've got my email or my email address, I would like to know who's actually coming. But apologies again, and we will try and resolve the IT issues. Thank you very much.
Hello, Veronica Lockett, travel team. We're launching a new event today on Thursday the 8th of December, the Millet Sonning. It's an evening meal and a production of Top Hat. We're leaving Wendover at 4:30 and the cost is £92.50 per person. Now the last time we went to Sonning Mill was in 2018 to see Guys and Dolls, and the price increase has been £24 overall in the 4 years, so I don't think that's really bad considering the price of fuel for coaches and everything else. So £92.50. Top Hat brings the glamour of Hollywood's golden age and the magic of the world-famous dance partnership of Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers to the stage. The 2011 musical, based on the 1935 film of the same name, tells a story of Broadway sensation Jerry Travers, who dances his way across Europe to win the heart of society girl Dale Tremont. With an uplifting and entertaining script, this show celebrates 1930s song style and romance. Underpinning every scene are Irving Berlin's magnificent songs, including Putting on the Ritz, Cheek to Cheek, Isn't This a Lovely Day, and of course Top Hat, White Tie and Tails. Please see Christine to book. All the details are on the notice board behind me and on the website. And Aylesbury Vale have an outing on Thursday the 1st of September to Salisbury Cathedral and Wilton House, costing £45 a person. Now, Aylesbury Vale have asked us quite often if we would advertise their coach trips because, like everybody else, they're struggling to fill their coaches. If anybody is interested, please come and speak to me. Thank you.
Good morning, Belinda Horn, also with a travel team notice. On Thursday the 29th of September, we will be using cars to go to the Milton Keynes Museum and the National Film and Sci-Fi Museum, both in Milton Keynes. The cost is £29, but there will be an additional parking charge at the Sci-Fi Museum. This includes morning coffee, light lunch and admission costs. While you're at the Milton Keynes Museum, you will see and hear ways of producing music for the Victorian household. You will also see other rooms for the Victorian household. You will see the immense trolley bus that used to run from Stony Stratford with rail workers on it. Visit the Post Office Communications Museum and perhaps be an exchange operator. It's great fun. After a light lunch, it's a 10-minute drive to the Sci-Fi and Film Museum. There, the museum is dedicated to saving amazing creations that were used for films and then often lost. And they keep it very secret what's going on in there, so it'll be a surprise to all of us. All right? And we plan to leave Milton Keynes at 4 o'clock. When you sign up for that, could you kindly put down, if you're taking a car, whether you'd be willing to offer a lift, and if so, for how many people, or put your name down and say you would want a lift, and I'll sort you out afterwards as to how we're all going to get there. Thank you. The Strollers Walk this month is to London, and we're having Paul Wadhams, who's a Green Badge Guide, to show us around the city. He wants to start at 11 o'clock, which means we've got to catch the earlier train, I'm afraid, which leaves at 8:53. Yes, it's before the travel card kicks in, I'm afraid. So can you all be at the station for 8:40, please, so that we can work out the best way to buy tickets? Thank you very much. There are a couple of spaces if you want.
Maura Corrigan from the door. Just a further little note to Judy's announcement. It's only if you leave early that we'd like you to sign out or put a cross by your name. Please don't descend on us when we all leave. That would be awful.
Good morning. Paul Martini. Just another couple of points about the Graham Dawson photographic competition. Does everyone know where to find the rules and what to do? Looks like a very big no. Right. If you go onto the Wendover U3A website and go into the main meeting tab, you will find a link to the Graham Dawson photographic competition. There you will find all the details about the competition and how to enter. There's an email address so to enable you to send a digital copy to me, and we would also like hard copy, please, brought to my house. I'm in 64C Lionel Avenue. If you forget that, don't worry, you can get hold of me via that email address on the page, and I will send you my address. I hope to see some wonderful entries again this year. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Richard Brown, Treasurer. You've heard me mention this before, but I hope you remember, we have substantial reserves in the U3A accounts for Wendover. These were built up in previous years, and one of the main reasons was because of the threat of HS2. We had to have a fighting fund to help try and mitigate its effects. We also had to make provision for the fact that the church at some stage was going to be unavailable to us, and we'd have to move our meetings. Now, although HS2 is still a threat, it's not such a threat now because we know things like we can use Zoom for meetings. So, in the recent years, we've tried to reduce the level of reserve. So, for instance, we've had the very popular subsidy of hall hire for groups. That's gone down very well, but it really hasn't made much of a dent in the reserves. So the committee have decided on a more radical approach, and we want to run this past you because it really needs to make sure that you're on board with it. And the proposal is that next year we waive membership fees and renewal fees, so you don't have to pay. Now, as I say, we don't need to get the membership to vote on this, but we do need to know that people are happy with the proposal. So if you are happy to have your fees waived for next year, raise your hands. Hallelujah. Well done, folks. Right, that's the easy bit. Now this is where it gets a bit more complicated. We call them membership fees, but as a charity, the money you give us is a donation to charity. and the Charity Commission do not allow donations to be returned to people once they've been made. Now, the majority of us pay by standing order. Some people pay by cheque, so that's not an issue, you just don't pay. But people who pay by direct debit and standing order will need to cancel that for this coming year. If you don't cancel it, the payment will come through to me and I won't be able to refund it, which is why I'm mentioning this well in advance, because we don't renew until October, but you've got between now and October to cancel your direct debit, cancel your standing order, and then you won't have to pay. Yeah? Okay? Right, good, right. So while you're all in a good mood, I'm going to put on a different hat. Many of you are probably aware that there is an organisation known as the Friends of Wendover Health Centre. And one of the things that the Friends of Wendover Health Centre do, it arranges transport for patients who don't have their own transport to get them to the 3 surgeries, to the clinics, to the hospitals and so on. And we have a team of volunteer drivers, some of whom are in this room. I don't do the driving, but I do help organise on the desk. I help organise the drivers. I've been doing it for more than 10 years now, and for the first time in recent weeks, we've been in the position of having to say to patients, unfortunately, we don't have the drivers, we can't take you. And that's not a very nice thing to have to do. So the appeal today is, if you have got some time to spare, and it can be as little or as much as you want, you can do 1 drive a week, you can do as many drives a week as you like. You get paid mileage, obviously, to offset your costs. But if you are available, we desperately do need your help. And I'll finish by saying, of course, that at some stage in the future, you might need the Friends of Wendover Health Centre. Okay, thank you very much.
Me again, I'm afraid, just with a couple of external announcements that people have asked us to make. First of all, Aylesbury Vale U3A Scottish Dancing Group have dwindling numbers and would welcome any members from our branch to attend their session. It's at the Meadowcroft Community Centre on the 1st and 3rd Friday of the month from 1:30 till 3:30. If you're interested in joining, again, please see Linda on the groups table, or you can contact her via the groups page on the website. So if there are any budding dancers out there, get yourself signed up. The Wendover Society, who are going to be giving a short presentation, I think they're going to have a display as well at the August meeting, have asked me to say they're holding their jazz picnic at Picket Peace on Hale Lane this Sunday, 10th of July, from 12:30 till 4:30 p.m. £10 for adults, children, or maybe in our case grandchildren, go free. So if you visit their website, you can sign up for that. Talking of the Wendover Society, we're also, as I mentioned, going to have Wendover Climate Action Group, which takes me on to a green issue. Can we again remember to bring our cups for the tea and coffee? Apparently there's a bit of a shortage at the moment. With regard to the coffee break that we're going to move to shortly, please, as before, queue up to the right as we look for the coffee table in the back left-hand corner. There's a slight adjustment. The biscuits and milk will be at a separate table, slightly on the left-hand side of the church. The idea is to avoid congestion around the table, which perhaps we've seen before. We're now going to have our break. For those who are viewing on the YouTube, I'm afraid, some bad news, we're not going to be able to broadcast the speaker's talk today because he has copyright issues. So if we take the break now, and we will have the rolling screen displayed, so latest information on groups will be shown on the screen. Thank you.
No, it's just, we're just saying. Well, that's it. Well, we had a good show, so we know that last month, so we know it's substantial. And if too many people come, the caution will be shorter. But we think it will be the people who come to the meetings with a few more. Yeah, well, we weren't in the admin. That's why we made it free, partly. So, but
Yeah? Lovely.
You're welcome.
Just want to check. Can you hear me at the back? Hello? Can you hear me at the back? No. Nobody. Sorry? There. George.
If you could be taking your seats, please. We've been doing so much business today, but a bit delayed. Just give 1 minute. So our speaker today is Howard Slater, who's going to be talking on East End of London, from the Huguenots to the Bengalis. His talk will take us around the streets of the East End, giving a flavour of the history and culture of the area. And just to say again, for those watching at home, we're now not going to be able to stream the talk. So I'll just hand you over now to Howard.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. Can you hear me at the back okay? Yes? Lovely. Okay, the talk I'm going to be giving you is about the East End of